Do you actually know how honey is made? Well, I'm about to give you some facts about honey that you may not know. Stick around. Hi, Fee here, the healthy vegan author, helping you to be the best vegan ever. Honey. Today it's about that sweet condiment that people use instead of sugar. Let's start at the beginning, how it's made. The wee bee heads out to go and get some nectar. She, yeah, the bee is a she, or if it was a male, it would be a drone, and the drone only mates with the queen and then dies, so it's a she. Okay. So she uses her long tube-shaped tongue to extract the sugary liquid from the flower, and it's stored in her extra stomach. So as the bee is flying around, the liquid kind of sloshes about and it mixes with enzymes. And this transforms it into a more durable stuff for long-term storage. Now, as soon as the bee gets back to the hive, it regurgitates the liquid into another bee's mouth. But that's not the end. This regurgitation or vomiting is passed from one bee to bee to bee to bee, or not to bee, sorry, no, I shouldn't say that, until the partially digested nectar is finally deposited into a honeycomb. Now, at this point, it's still liquid. It's not the thick stuff that you may use on your breakfast toast. And so the bees set about fanning the honeycomb with their wings really fast in an effort to get the extra water out, in other words, to evaporate the liquid. Okay, so once the bees are happy, the honeycomb is then sealed with a secretion from the bee's abdomen. This hardens into a beeswax, and it means that the honey can now be stored indefinitely and be a really great source of food for the cold winter months. That is, until someone comes along and robs the hive. So here are some bee facts. It takes 2 million flowers to produce 1 pound of honey. That's under 500 grams. For the same amount of honey, the bees must fly around about 55,000 miles. That's about 89 kilometers. One bee colony can produce around 60 to 100 pounds, that's 27 to 45 kilos of honey a year. But an average worker bee can only make about 1/12 of a teaspoon of honey in her entire life. So it's an awful lot of work. A vegan, well, anyone can obviously, replaces honey with a variety of sweeteners. Now, I'll be very interested to know which one is your predominant sweet choice. Please use the poll above. So there's sugar from white to raw. There is coconut sugar to date sugar. And speaking of dates, there's whole dates made into a paste, and this would have to be my go-to, and after that it's maple syrup. I've only put the main ones on the poll, but if there are others, please type them into the comments below so yeah, we can share them. And now it's time for the wee bonus fact. Opinions vary, but bees first began to make honey somewhere between 40 million to 200 million years ago. See, they don't agree. I mean, there's a big difference between 40 million and 200 million, howsoever. It was long before there were even any humans around. When people did come along, they probably certainly ate wild honey. And the earliest evidence of this was found on cave paintings in Spain, dating back around 8,000 years ago. It also appears that smoke was used back then, just like today. The hive would have been smashed open and would have caused the destruction of the entire colony. But let's put this in perspective here. There weren't that many humans, and there were a lot of bees. I think we all know just how much humans have always loved honey, but it's the humans who have enslaved bees in order that they can have their bit of honey in their tea or on their toast. Enslaving animals for our gains goes against the vegan ethics, hence the reason why we don't have honey. Maple syrup is much better anyway. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, hey, or down. Share and subscribe, and give that notification bell a ring. Remember, have great food, make it whole plant-based, and be compassionate to all animals, including insects and humans. Bye for now.